Hello and very good day. We are from Group 7 from the course SECD, Section 6, and we are going to share two of the entrepreneurs. One of them is Michaela Ulmer, which is the very young entrepreneur that started very early in her age. And another one is Nitin Kamath, a CEO of a Zirodha website. And I'll leave my teammate will explain about Michaela Almer.
Okay, all right. So I'm Edip Oslo from this group. I would share the one of the youngest entrepreneurs, which is Michaela Olmer. Actually, now she is 17 years old, but when she first started this business or this idea from her grandmother recipe, which is basically using honey and mixing it with the lemonade. So she was at that time 8. So afterwards, her first customer was actually a local pizza restaurant. And the best thing about this entrepreneur, like no matter how young she is, still she is donating 10% of this savings to bees, which is kind of like, interesting because many people at her, like even bigger than her, like don't think of donating and do stuff. So the way of she using the money that she gains is really interesting. And I think even America got interested about that, and then she got invited even in the White House. We can also see the second screen about her. Okay, here as you can see, as I told you, after the interest of the country, she was invited to the White House, and then she met as well at that time's president, which was Obama, and it was really like appreciated because of her age. Firstly, she was very young, as I told you, she was 8 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and because she was donating the money, this was another like interesting story. So both of these things just grabbed the attention of the country and the president and the American citizens, and she really did a great job by that. So afterwards, my friend as well can talk to you about another entrepreneur, but he is not that young as this Michaela. He's a bit older, and he really have another interesting entrepreneur idea, which my friend Hudan will talk about.
Yes. Okay. So, my name is Sudana Rajidanta, and now for my part, I will be explaining another entrepreneur that, although he's not that really young comparing to the first one, compared
Mhm.
to Michaela, but the
Yes.
interesting thing about our second entrepreneur, his name is Nitin Kamat. He is one of the big stockbroker that ever uh,
Wow.
there in the now modern days. So the reason why we put him here, like beside Michaela, it's actually not because he's young, but it's actually apparently he start stock trading when he was 17. So
Wow.
he began,
17.
Yes.
yes,
Wow.
17 years old.
This is
So he
interesting.
began trading stocks when he was introduced to the markets by his friends at just
Mhm.
17 years old. So that's why he starts really young. And
I see.
now, at this point, he is now a founder and a CEO of Zeroda. Zeroda is an online stock trading website. And also, number one reason he succeeded was because he learned a lot more compared to his competitors. Since he
Mhm.
started really early, just like at the age of 17, he keeps growing and growing. He also has his downfall. Like, he lost like about a lot of money between 2001 and 2002 when the markets crashed. Basically,
Wow.
that was around the when the stock market crashed. But and then after that, he began to like work it up again
I
until he
see.
reached this point. Yes. So
Sorry, bro.
Zeroda is
Which year
also,
did you said?
yes,
Which year did you
yes.
say? Which year did you say he was crashing the market? It was 2001, you
It's
said?
between
Mm-hmm.
2001, 2002, according to
Wow.
Info.
Wow.
Yes,
That's nice. Hmm.
correct.
And I think
So,
as
mhm,
well, just to put another information about Nikhil, if I'm not mistaken, Kamath, if it's his name.
mhm,
Oh, sorry, no, no.
Yeah,
This
Nitin.
is his brother. Sorry. His name
mhm.
is the Nitin Kamath. He's from India, which is really interesting
Yes.
as well. because like he was not grown, like he didn't have an opportunity such as Mikhail, the other girl. So I'm comparing the two countries because India, as we know, it's nice country, okay, and
Yes.
everything is good, but the opportunities of that country is not that like comparable with America, you know.
Mhm.
In
Absolutely.
America, you can
Yeah.
have many opportunities. So him growing at the age of 17 in such country and like reaching that high goals is really interesting. I
Mhm.
really like shocked with
Yes.
his goal. Yeah,
Of course.
Yes,
One of
he
his.
has wonderful growth there. And
yeah.
now he owns like the largest retail stockbroker in India,
Mhm.
contributing more
Wow,
than 15% of daily volumes across all India stock exchange.
Yes.
guys, can you imagine that? Like 15%?
Yes.
Like India
Yes.
is like I guess like it's the second largest country, like if I'm not
Yeah, I
mistaken
believe
by
it is the second largest country or the
oh, yeah,
third largest country.
second
And
largest country. So
And lastly, we
yeah,
can add the famous
like
quote that he always said in his most of talks:
mhm,
"Do not chase money; let it float towards you." This is one of
that
the
is one
famous
interesting quote
quotes.
right there.
Yes.
true.
And
I just checked in the internet, like India has a population of like 1.38 billion. Can you imagine? Like he have 15%
cent.
of like all India.
Exactly. Yes.
Like this is like, oh my God.
Yeah, the
Oh
money
my
they own. That's
Oh yeah.
so
yeah,
many.
15% is like, I don't know. For me, it's like,
It's very a
wow.
lot, very a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
amount
Yeah.
of income for the entire
We
country.
can just see. True. We see it like 15%, which is like, this is too less. Like, there's 20,
Yeah.
30, 40. But comparing it to the one of the largest countries, like having 15% in China is different than having like 15%, I don't know, in Denmark or Malaysia. Malaysia is like
Yes.
40
Yes.
million, you know? So having 1.3 billion people and being successful in this country, this is like another achievement by itself rather than like the percentage and the goals that he achieved. This
Yes.
is really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, it doesn't matter
Mhm.
what age you are, you can start your entrepreneuring and business in any field or in any
Age
ideas,
in
any
India.
age.
True,
Yes, it's
true.
it's open source, like it has no limits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, um also, I just read about Michaela Ulmer. She joined actually, if you guys familiar with one of the most famous programs, you can as well see it in YouTube, Shark Tank, in 2015.
Yes, yes,
And
yes. I checked. Yes,
she was successful by receiving about $60,000 in her
$60,000. Yes.
investment.
Yes.
Wow, this is like she's young. She won the Shark Tank. Like Shark Tank is like one of the most crucial and like hardest places ever I saw in my life. Like I
Yes.
see all people like they just get like trashed there and they just leave the program without receiving any help. And she went there at that young age. Like I think I guess she was at that age maybe I don't know 15,
Yeah,
16.
probably something like that. Yeah, 15, 16, something like that.
Wow, this is really
Yeah.
oh,
So, without making it any longer, I guess that's all for
okay,
us.
man.
Introducing the entrepreneurs, Michaela Almer, which is a very young, successful entrepreneur, and Nitin Kamath, that is
Mhm.
CEO of Zerodha. That's all from the Group 7, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Did you finish, man?